makes you read it. Wayne Leviston on the outside of the 27 car in this one. Ricky Nuccini's on row number 2 with Drew Ogle. Barry Rose on row 3. It's Nicholas Porter brings them around to the green lights. Away we go. Down into turn number 1. Look at the traffic jam. They're 4 wide and they're every which way but loose. And it's Ricky Nuccini who leads. Nick Porter, Drew Ogle back then in 4th is 181 Barry Rose. And then the Sigma of 88 Shane Britton in 5th place. Kelsey Beard is next as they move down the main straight. Nuccini, Porter, Ogle. Then the pair of Sigmas. Barry Rose and the 88 car of Shane Britton run 4th and 5th. Here comes the flying commentator Morgan Melvin up into 6th place underneath the Kelsey Beard. As they come out of Palmer's Corner, your race leader is Ricky Nuccini.
Driving the absolute wheels off it is Ricky Nuccini on board number 41 for Tyre Power Collie. Back to Nick Porter in 27, the West Australian champion from Manjimup of Drew Ogle. Out of shape there with Shane Britton on the outside. Comes Morgan from the tally. Morgan threw it into the concrete wall, but Morgan Melvin's on the charge in 89. Back on the inside of him comes Britton, who hits a right and gets all out of shape. So Morgan from the tallies up to position number 5 is Morgan Melvin behind Barry Rose. He'll follow him through and might learn a couple of things. Will Morgan Melvin, but out in front, Ricky Nuccini is putting on a masterclass on board his VY Holden Commodore. He leads from Nick Porter and Drew Ogle. Your top 3.
So Nuccini, Porter, Ogle. Back then to Rose, and right behind him is the 89 car of Morgan Melvin, who's applying all the pressure about the place. Back then to Shane Britton, Kelsey Beard, Wayne Leviston and Richie Freeman. They move out of Palmer's Corner here in race number 14. The production sedans, heat number 4, and Porter is there in second. Ogle can't get past him. Morgan Melvin has a look on the inside. Oh, look out. Porter's gone in reverse at a rate of knots. He found reverse very, very quickly. Great driving by Nicholas Porter. He went from being in 3rd to in reverse at a rate of knots, up and over the curb, got out of harm's way, and will now find forward gear. And back onto the track he comes. Drew Ogle is out in the 1 car. He's gone to the infield. And this is going to put Barry Rose and Morgan Melvin up to 2nd and 3rd with Ogle out and Nicholas Porter to the rear.
Now, I don't want to talk too soon, but the drive from Morgan Melvin to this point has been quite phenomenal.
He's come from the back mark. We've done 5 and have 3 laps to go. So Ricky Nuccini will bring them around. Barry Rose, Morgan Melvin. Can we get the commentator up? So they come into the main straight. Nuccini, Rose, Morgan Melvin back under green once again. No mucking around tonight. I love it. Back then to Leviston, who's gone infield as well. Here comes Morgan Melvin. Morgan on the inside of 181 Barry Rose and goes into 2nd place. Dare I say it, he's blown the doors off him. Not quite, because Barry Rose fights back and Morgan's out. Oh my goodness.
I told you it'd be too early. And we were backing him all the way, and unfortunately Morgan Melvin with a few issues on board the 89 car, but out in front Ricky Nuccini continues to lead 1.5 seconds the last time around. Morgan Melvin's got the thing mobile again, and he's just ruined. It was going to bring the whole town of Collie down, but with 1 lap to go, Ricky Nuccini is homeward bound as Shane Britton still throwing everything out the back of the 181 Sigma of Barry Rose. What has Shane Britton got? Because Ricky Nuccini's long gone. He's a masterclass out in front. And Ricky Nuccini, he got a bit out of shape that time around, but he's got over 2 seconds between himself and 2nd place. Nuccini wins and defeats Barry Rose just ahead of the 88 of Shane Britton. And not far behind, Kelsey Beard, a good job in the KJB fabrication number 57. Back to Morgan Melvin in 89. The 51 of Richie Freeman to Nicholas Porter was the last of our runners, unfortunately, for Wayne Leviston. And the state champion of Drew Ogle, non-finishers, and Tyler Spalding, he was watching with us just beside us here, so some mechanical dramas on board his Holden Commodore. But entertaining affair, and Ricky Nuccini put on an absolute masterclass in that one. and takes the win ahead of Barry Rose and Shane Britton.